We have been through immense effort, trial and error, but now we shall rest for a bit in our classic tower defense game Conquest, and take a sip of tea which supports our range. Also, join the group in the Discord for updates on the game, links in the description and whatnot. Anyway, like, subscribe, and probably enjoy the video. Yeah, the theme of the video is tea because it's a tea tower. Do you get it now? So tea. Simple yet elegant in flavour. The tower is based off this classic Roblox outfit, which was from the Discord server from CoKben. So credit to you. Anyway, on with the modelling. I first got a tea asset from the toolbox from Z, who has kind of been making half of the game by himself, which is kind of insane. Anyway, I slapped the teapot onto a ancient deity shawl outfit from OG Roblox, making the first level. Level 2 gets gloves for some reason. I kid you not, the guy who sent the ideas message in Discord said for some reason. I think that's funny. The third level gets 2 new things. One, obviously, is the Roblox the Classic Ancient Deity Shawl Roblox made, and a T-turret, which is grey and is placed after dealing a certain amount of damage. Engineer from Tedious. Anyway, level 4 gets a wrench, which can build a force field to get rid of stuns. Level 5 doesn't have the force field, but can hit enemies with the banner. With the banhammer. This tower has the most animations by far, having a monstrous 4 separate animations that do separate things for a singular tower. The first is the dance, which is basically the idle animation. The summon animation is when it spins around and pouring tea out of the teapot, which then goes onto the ground and makes teapot turrets grow. That makes sense. The force field summon animation just the guy goes to the ground and taps it with a wrench, and then the force field just magically appears. The banhammer animation hits the enemies with a hammer and it knocks them down the path by 3 studs, I believe, according to the Discord message. Before we talk about the stats, we have the testing for the game to see what you think so far. It's basically an outline of the matches in the game. I've already released a video about it, but it'll give you a slight tease as to what is to come in the matches. That it's not the game itself. But anyway, the link in the description, along with the group and Discord, which has been insanely helpful for the game. Anyway, back to the stats. The T-Man for level 1 has a range of 14, no damage and no cooldown, which will stay the same to the end, and has a range buff of 10%. Level 2 has a range of 15. The range buff does increase from 10 to 15%. Level 3 is 18 range and a range boost of 18%, matching the range. It'll get the ability to summon turrets, which do 5 damage every second and a range of 10, which means a DPS of 5, obviously, and a turret limit at 1. Level 4 gets a force field ability, which blocks stuns, which is accessible through a button and will last 15 seconds with a cooldown of 30. It summons red teapots, which do 5 damage every 0.75 seconds with a range of 12 and a DPS of 6.25. The actual tower has a range of 14 for balancing purposes, because we don't want every single tower to get an instant kill on the boss. And also a range buff of 20%. The level 5 variant of the tower does damage in 2 ranges on level 5, which is what I said. The first range is the buff range, which is 25%. This is the entirety of the circle. And the attacking range, which is inside the big range, and it is the range where the band hammer is able to hit the enemies. So the enemies, it does 4 damage every 0.2 seconds with a DPS of 20, which kind of makes this tower insane, because it can just hit the enemy's back. However, the tower will have no hidden detection, so good on you. The tower also has a placement limit of 2 and a placement cost of 700 ticks. I haven't written the teapot for level 5, which is golden, but in this case scenario, I believe it would do 10 damage every 0.5 seconds, which will do 20 DPS like the actual tower, and a range of like 14. So yeah, in the shop it will cost 1,750 Roblox points, which will be the currency to buy the towers, not place them in the game. That part is new, actually. But anyway, on to the outro. I think this game has been going splendidly. This game has been nourished to grow into a beautiful, the classic Roblox sword. And I am all for it. Next Roblox event, the game will release some new towers for the event. In the blank periods, it'll probably be called Event Tower Defense, so... Should I make a free UGC item? That gets people in the game. Comment whether you want it below. And you know what it would be. And, as always, subscribe please, I beg you!